Good evening from Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Smith into the front court, down 2.
Watch that coach.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat, and I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Has a chance. A shot no good by Harris.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Goes to the right side. Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down just a couple. Embiid to Richardson. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans can never do, even if you're not known for it.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Philadelphia with the basketball. Harris to Embiid. Spinning shot, won't fall. Smith with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Ben Simmons sends it away. That's going to be out of bounds. Smith the last to touch. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. To Tobias Harris. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Ah, the monster stuff.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Match up.
Simmons to Richardson. Greg Monroe.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Grayson Allen. Greg Monroe with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Knicks with the basketball. To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Curling inside, Dennis Smith Jr. Short jumper off the mark. Simmons to Richardson. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal by Philly. To Tobias Harris. And a nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7, because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. Grayson Allen to Embiid. Shot from the lane, won't go. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Substitutions, Philadelphia.
They'll let one fly from half court. First quarter in the books. And a great start for the 76ers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Substitutions, New York.
Grayson Allen, great dish to set it up. Got it.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Possession lies with New York. Hayden. Here comes the screen. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Bobby Portis at the line for two shots. For his career, 73%. So he hits the first, misses the second. Simmons to Allen. Tough make through traffic.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Here comes the screen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. but still the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Screen coming. Hayden. Beyond the arc for three. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
And he can't convert the free throw. Simmons, pass to the rim, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question, there's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Screen coming. To Monroe. Joel Embiid, able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Grayson Allen to the rim. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. To Payton. Ben Simmons snatching it out of the air. To Payton.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Get through.
Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Iguodala to bring it up. Down a bundle. To Payton. Here comes the screen.
This is what I wanted right here. This is it.
Won't go. Simmons to Embiid. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Payton into the front court. His guys down big. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. Monroe. To Payton. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Spinning shot won't fall. Payton. To Monroe. From long range. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Embiid. Sizing up the defense. Mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. And counted at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
The assist from number 21, Joel Embiid.
To Payton. Here comes the screen. Peyton. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
To Allen. Harris to Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Peyton. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Cleans it up. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Here comes the screen. To Embiid. Turns and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. To Embiid. And he drains it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
The possession lies with New York. Peyton. Here comes the screen. Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you, me and you.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our...
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Coming right, shooting coming right, shooting coming right.
Sixers control it. Won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Julius Randle. That's rebounded by Embiid. To Allen. Nice pass to get things going.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen, 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 screen.
Nothing going here on that drive. New York with 4 to shoot. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line, because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Dennis Smith Jr. swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Runner here won't go down. Drives, but a shot won't go down. To Simmons. chance here for the process. And the rebound taken by Iguodala. To Julius Randle. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Simmons to Richardson. Down to 5 on the 24. Short jumper, won't fall.
And if I'm on the defensive end, this is where I apply more pressure. I want to make sure this guy does not get going in the second half.
Down to Randle. Scores from the post.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Tobias Harris. Knocks it down off the step back.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Ben Simmons with the block. It's theirs now. Sixers have the basketball. Harris to Simmons. Cruises inside for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Randle. Here comes the screen. Easy pass to the rim.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Simmons into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Allen. Flushes it home.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Simmons to Allen. Harris to Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
We all know that's the part of Ben Simmons' game that he needs to work on in order to take his game to the next level. He has to become a respectable shooter because even if he puts his head down and gets to the rim and gets fouled, he only shoots 56% from the free throw line. By the way, DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard were better free throw shooters last year than Ben Simmons. Wow.
And draws the foul.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Let's see what the Knicks can do here.
I got mine, y'all get yours. I got mine.
The drive, right to the basket. He was hacked. They let it go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Iguodala to bring it up. He'll run the offense. To Dennis Smith Jr. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Count the basket inside. Timeout here for the Knicks as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Julius Randle.
Substitution.
Monroe. Payton. 4-3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Julius Randle. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To Allen. Here comes the screen.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Grayson Allen. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Payton. To Julius Randle. Al Horford. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back. This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Subbing in for New York, number 13. And number 9, Andre Iguodala.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. 3 for 6 now.
The assist from number 13.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Simmons. Screen coming. Simmons. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knicks with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Sixers with the rebound.
I got ball, I got ball. I got some for him.
To Simmons.
I told you the screen was coming.
Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. To Colin Sexton. Kyle O'Quinn rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Marcus Morris. Going to launch beyond the arc. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Horford. To Simmons.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
Hold on.
To Marcus Morris. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Simmons. Driving right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Number 13.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Looking to make something happen. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Simmons has a chance. Not that time.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Got to get through the screen. Get through
To
it.
Gibson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Goes reverse to lay it in.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Down low for Gibson. To Marcus Morris. Fires the 3. Rebound cleared by Philly. Sixers control it. Great feed. Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
Watch me when you're right.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
I got ball. This is all me.
Simmons. On a pass, stolen by the Knicks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Screen.
Missed a wide open look. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Morris. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
That's me.
To Simmons. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nothing going here on that drive. That's rebounded by the Knicks.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
To Marcus Morris. Nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Sixers have the basketball. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Entering the game for the New York Knicks, number 30, Julius Randle.
Iguodala to bring it up. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen.
What's that cutter? What's that cutter?
Smith.
What's the cutter?
The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
I'm on D.
And count the basket.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Taj Gibson. Here comes the screen. To Simmons. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. To Gibson. And a putback slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
I got him. You're on the island now.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. New York Knicks basketball. To Dennis Smith Jr. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
The assist from number 13.
The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The 76ers got themselves a win.
Player of the game.
Simmons could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball, it looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.